Let's take the next step in our Hunger Games series with money, with wealth. I want to share some wisdom from Paul that he writes to his protege Timothy. This is in 1 Timothy chapter 6. He says this, "As for the rich in this present age, charge them not to be haughty, nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy." Now here's the kicker, verse 18. "They are to do good, be rich in good works, to be generous and ready to share." You are rich. We've already established that. I would encourage you to go and catch the message on our website, aldersgatelive.org, if you haven't done that. You're rich. Now, what do we do with that? Paul says, do good, be rich in good works, and be ready to share. Be generous. That's the answer. How do we overcome this satisfaction that we try to gain through money and through wealth? It's to be generous. There's a great book out there. It's written by Andy Stanley. He wrote a book called How to Be Rich, written from the premise that we understand we're rich. Now, what do we do with that? How do we be rich? And in terms of generosity, he shares 3 pieces of wisdom with us, and I want to share these with you today on taking the next step. They all begin with the letter P. To be rich, to be generous, here's what you do. Number 1, you make it a priority. Priority. Generosity has to be a priority. Whenever you get paid, God gets paid. You share, and you have to make it. It doesn't matter where you're at right now in your financial situation. It doesn't matter what your income is like. Whenever you receive income, you have to make it a priority to share with part of that income. The second P is the word percentage. You have to decide what percentage of your income you're going to be generous with. What are you going to give to the church? What are you going to give away above and beyond what you give to God through the church? What percentage of income are you going to give? You remember the story of the poor widow who placed just a couple of coins in the offering basket? It wasn't a whole lot in terms of what she gave, but percentage-wise, it was more than anyone else offered that day. What percentage are you going to give? And the third P is the word progressive. To be rich, to do good, and to be generous, we have to progressively grow in this area. What we're giving today doesn't need to be what we give 10 years from now. And what we're giving today definitely doesn't need to be what we gave 10 years ago. We need to progressively grow in the area of our generosity. So to take the next step in the area of money, priority, percentage, progressive. Take the next step.